Aries, hi, welcome to my channel. So today I've got a weekly reading for you for the 9th to the 15th of May 2022. So no particular subject, we'll take an issue, something you're aware of, something you're not aware of, recent past, advice and potential outcome. And at the end there'll be an opportunity for an extended reading where we'll dive in deeper with a 9-card spread plus some oracles. So you can watch this for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Aries, or do check out where the main planets are transiting your house. So this could be for major planets in the current transit in your first house, if that makes any sense. Once again, thank you for the like, share, subscribes, comments. It's the easiest way to support the channel. It's much appreciated. And the website's up and running. In the description box you'll see the link, so private reads are available again. And that is about it. Cross watchers, you are welcome. In your pre-shuffle, I'm not 100% whether this is just somebody that needs to hear this kind of section or whether it's going to pertain to the actual spread itself. But the song that dived in was the That Day by Natalie Imbruglia, but in particular just a verse. It's the that day I lay down beside myself in this feeling of pain, sadness, scared, small, climbing, crawling towards the light, and it's all that I see, and I'm tired and I'm right and I'm wrong, and it's beautiful. And it's kind of the indication that came to me was someone that's really confused at the moment, but I kind of feel like the confusion is in regards to a person, because it almost feels like somebody, you could be waking up to somebody being quite narcissistic, because what I heard afterwards was words not matching actions is actually called manipulations, and refusing to be held accountable is literally gaslighting. So if that's going on in your life, just kind of maybe take a deep breath, smell the coffee, and start looking at somebody a little bit different. Just start pertaining as to what they are actually saying and what they are actually doing. So we'll see. It may come out in the spread, but I almost feel like it's just for one or two. Okay, we'll do 3 more. That's one. Okay, what have we got? The 5 of Cups. Okay, so get used to this camera. This could be disappointment. For some of you, yeah, this could be a breaks up of friendships. I'm looking at the 3 of Cups here, as in your social crowd. Let's see, something we're aware of. Something you're not aware of. Recent past. Your advice. And potential outcome. Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the Sun, with the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, there could be like endings, breakups. There could be a bit of a place of mourning that's happening. I almost feel like this is going to be possibly a difficult week or a difficult period, but the reassurance is it'll come to in the advice and the potential outcome. It's a combination that means I'm not worried for you. So 5 of Cups ending. And the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck with the Sun. I'm almost getting the happiness is there. Happiness there in the future. But with the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles is brilliant. I love the card. It's abundance. It's independent. It's doing it yourself. The problem sometimes with the 9 of Pentacles is it can come as a sacrifice, or something has to be sacrificed to achieve it. It's kind of like a card that you would associate sometimes if a woman has sacrificed having a family to get there in a career, and then when she hits the career high, there is that kind of sadness associated with, I wanted a family. There can be a sacrifice of some kind to achieve the Nine of Pentacles energy. Doesn't have to be, but it's just something that's jumping out here. So we've got the Five of Cups. This is for me sort of disappointment. I almost feel like you've decided to speak your truth in some way, because what we're aware of is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is kind of like, I'm looking at the light here. He's kind of seeing something clearly and now wanting to move forward with that information. What we're not aware of is the King of Cups. To get to the level of the King of Cups, which is emotional like maturity and balance, you sometimes have to ride the storm. And the storm here, I kind of feel like is indicating what possibly is going through at the moment. But this guy, and don't get caught up in genders, we all have masculine, feminine energies. I'm just reading the card. But this guy is riding these waves, doesn't look phased, is controlled, balanced in his emotions. This is what you're not aware of. This is kind of feel like you've possibly not reached this point yet. In the recent past, we have death, transformation, endings, dark night of the soul. With the Five of Cups here, there could be mourning of losses, and losses come in all forms: loss of jobs, loss of people, loss of relationships, loss of friendships. There is some sort of mourning period that's going on here, and I kind of feel like the universe is, you could be feeling a little bit depressed, and back to that song that day where everything's like, you know, everything was going well, and now this, and it's like, well, what's next? And confusion. I feel good, no I don't. I almost feel like there's just a lot going off in your head at the moment. But the advice is the wheel of fortune. Things turn, and I kind of feel like this could be in a sense where if you have been riding on a high, the wheel of time always turns. You know, what goes up must come down. Doesn't mean that it's going to be catastrophic or anything like that. It just means we have to ride these waves, and that's what makes us emotionally mature, emotionally stable, and able to navigate the seas of change. You know, the only constant in life is change, and we have got the centre of this spread is the Five of Cups. Fives are about change. Could be change in an emotional field, perhaps in the past, especially if you've been focused on the pentacle energy, material based, you've not really felt your emotions. You've kind of kept them hidden, or you've not let them come to the surface. If you've gone through a dark night of the soul, you have no choice. They're going to come to the surface. I kind of feel like here and now, the universe wants you to know that you've got to be able to balance your emotions. But your advice is go with the flow. And it kind of reminds me of I need to start writing stuff down. I either read it or somebody told me it, but it was something like, if you shift your mindset into thinking life is happening for me and not to me, everything changes. Because no matter what's thrown at you, if you say to yourself, all right, well, life is working for me, so obviously this scenario here is literally just leading me to something good and better. And when you do that, you can throw every tower going at you, and you just absorb it thinking, well, obviously something needed changing in this matter, so if I go with the flow, I'm going to see the other side of that. Your outcome is the Eight of Swords. Now don't panic here, you know, the Eight of Swords is kind of stuck. I kind of feel like the universe is asking you to let go. In your meditations, I feel there is a stiffness to you. There's a need to relax, there's a need to deep breaths. And don't get frustrated with yourself if like you're not getting success with your meditations or with your manifestations. There needs to be flow. and if you're rigid, nothing can flow. You know, as much as we need practicalities with the masculine energy of straight lines and structure, we also need to, well, it's like the Fibonacci sequence. You know, we start off with quite a ridge, and then we've got the flow of the feminine. As a combination, the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords is a great combination, because although you may be going through trials and tribulations now, the Wheel and the Eight of Swords together says like nothing serious will keep you stuck. So nothing, don't panic. Whatever's going on is not going to majorly affect you and keep you stuck. It's like you're safe from the wheel. You know, it's almost feel like it's keeping you bound, and as it spins, you're gonna get back to the top again. So if this could be things not fantastically going well at work or relationships. You can put it to anything. But like I said, the beauty of it here is it's okay. You know, whatever's happening is happening for a reason, and it's going to spin round. Okay. We've got the Wheel and the 8. I'm looking at 108 again. It's very it's kind of a sacred number, is 108, because it is actually, if you look at a pentagram or a pentagon, each angle is 108. So, and especially with the 5 sides of the pentagram, you could need to look into some sort of protection symbols, pentagrams, sacred geometry within pentagrams, as well as you know, crystal grids. So definitely look up into something like that. But don't work. You know, don't worry. If you have sort of fallen out with friends here with the 3 of cups spilled over, there's 2 of cups at the back here. You know, the universe is letting you know that, you know, what you may lose, you'll still gain in the long run. You'll still have that connections, or you know, they may see things differently in the future. The wheel will turn. It's kind of reminding me of a saying, when you do something different, especially if you're going through a dark night of the soul and people don't understand where you're coming from now. You know, first they laugh, then they watch, and then they copy. So this is kind of what's going on here, I feel. Okay. So who have we got? We have Scorpio and we have Sagittarius energy. We have Leo energy. We have Swords, Cups, Pentacles, no Wands, which is you guys, fire. So be careful with that as well. You know, when we lose sight of our passions, life comes cold and barren. So you know, just to be careful there. Okay. In the extended, we're going to look deeper into this. Well, we're going to focus on you. Make sure what's going on with whatever this aspect is. We're going to do a 9 card spread, and we'll do mind, body, soul, and we'll get some advice for you and some oracles. Okay. So if you can join me, fantastic. If not, Aries, could be a bit of a tough week. Let's go along with the ride. Life is happening for you, not to you. Okay. Take care. Bye.